that. Henry,
Yeah.
on the strength of that, what I just said, what do you feel? How do you feel that about the situation? How do you feel about that seed
Well,
law?
first of all, that globalization bill that was introduced, yeah?
1635.
Yeah. Has it been passed? Has
No.
he signed it? No.
No.
I'm glad. But what would really tick me off the most was that these people have taken us, they've belittled us. To put us into a position where all of us now cannot make these claims, yeah, when we have this right, this injustice. And injustice not just from an overthrow. These are current injustices after the overthrow. After they set up these programs, right, the AHHL, to assist our Hawaiian people, right, in their rehabilitation. And we get in all of these denials or the usage of those lands. That's injustice, even in their system, And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the bill. I don't agree with the attitude that came with the bill. And, in dealing with our state government, it's particularly on the ceded lands, I think you're talking about one injustice, even against your ancestors. I talked about it last time I was here. Your ancestors preserved this right to the Hawaiian people. But when you look at the picture, Hawaiian people getting influenced, they involved with this loop. You calling it that loop, and I look at the picture and I says, wow, these guys are actually probably causing the conspiracy or contributing to that conspiracy. And that's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Because we did in the water, right?
You give this away, and you give this right away that's been reserved to us for remedy. It'll only make the road a lot more difficult. Before when I was teaching out there, when I first started, I used to share this Kakiu syndrome, right? And a Kakiu syndrome, right? Kakiu, you know what Kakiu is in Hawaii, right? That's the sores, that people get, we all experience that. Well, we see this situation as the United States and the state of Hawaii, that they're the virus. They're the virus. And in order to keep control of Hawaii, they gotta cause kakius to affect us. They got us Hawaiians all over this state fighting issues. I admire the work that you do because you go to the top and you attack them from the top. But we got our Kanakas all over this state, all fighting these issues, all trying to fight one kakiu caused by the virus. And when I go out and I try to share what we're doing, I just cut right to the chase. Listen, you resolve the issues in Hawaii. You gotta know how to heal the kakius. So the kakius is all of us being separated because of the virus. The virus gotta keep us busy. Well, the last time I was here, you mentioned, we gotta find a way to impeach Ben Cayetano. I think the kakiu syndrome, is exactly that. The virus gotta be removed before our Kanaka people, can be healed. We can now stop these battles. We can come to the proper authority, and make it work for us. And that's what I see these bills doing. It's increasing the potential of these kakius being inflicted onto us. And that's not good. That's not good at all. Many times. And you know what? An attorney general's job is described that you got to protect the constituents,
the people, right?
Against the state government. In case they're being violated, she has to come to the aid of the people. And all are being, established right now as an agency representing or doing communications and receiving these monies for the beneficiaries. They're in that suit with the state right now, right? Against Rice, Harold Rice. Okay, she should have stepped in and provided that aid, and she didn't do that. So you begin to, like how you say, question the integrity of how this government, this de facto government, is set up. And for people, that's what they need to learn too. They need to understand that who is responsible for taking this obligation and providing this remedy to us?
Yeah.
Now, if it's an appointed attorney general by the state officer, highest officer as the governor, and we discussing a sovereignty issue, where can we get this remedy from, this relief? It's not going to be there. You know, we're constantly going to get either an option in their favor, yeah, we're going to get pushed aside, or we're not going to even be heard. You know, the last time I was talking to you, yeah, and I told you that we was going to start a program of addressing these, you know, these individuals and keep in contact with them, you know, and let them know we're there. Hey, there have been people who have not even acknowledged or want to correspond back with us. And these people, many of them, yeah, are considered our Hawaiian leaders. How do we expect us to even come to an arena, yeah, knowing that the discussion can be made under one point, under one process? You know, we sharing with them what their inheritance is about. They're not willing to even acknowledge, recognize, or communicate. How do we expect us to even try to unite and face the problems or the virus that is there, you know, the state and the bigger virus, the United States? You know, and this is where we gotta be able to be flexible. We gotta be able to be willing to look at both sides of that line and say, hey, listen, these points are well justified, you know, and we gotta now make these decisions. You may not wanna actively participate, but you gotta support it.
Okay.
And the only way you can support them, you gotta have some idea about it. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're fighting for your Native Hawaiian rights in the state of Hawaii and United States courtrooms, you're in the wrong jurisdiction. We all know that, right? What we're planning and what we have set up is that once you reestablish a political authority, now remember, you don't need anybody's consent. You have international laws that make it possible for a nation to develop right in another nation, okay? So when we bring back our nation, we're bringing back jurisdiction, venue. One of the problems that we foresee is finding qualified individuals to serve in those offices, such as the judicial branch. How many of our judges out there, you know, can honestly say that they haven't been influenced enough or haven't been programmed to this jurisdiction's procedures and will have an open mind to our country's laws and the procedures connected to those laws? That's the problem. Now, when the Kanaka come up to me and tell me, well, you know, Henry, how are you going to help me right now? You know, well, what you guys planning to do? I tell them straight, listen, let us set this authority. Let's get this political authority out. Let us get it functioning, and let us put the offices necessary to assist the citizen of that country. That's where we've been wrong all along. It's the application. In a foreign country, yeah, you get into trouble, you got to send the right representative to the courtroom. You know, you're a foreigner in a country, somebody from your embassy will represent you. Unfortunately, our nation is being controlled by a foreign country. To establish our government would be to establish the offices that can assist our Kanaka people. We will be able to now conduct the affairs. You know, I know many of you out there might be asking, well, you know, how much powers you think that office is going to get? Again, let me reiterate. Those powers are reserved to this lawful Hawaiian government in this inherent sovereignty, manifesting that authority. Because I myself, for many years, used to go and try to assist guys with problems in the courtrooms, you know? And it wasn't until I came to that realization, my God, we've been going about this all the wrong way. We've been submitted, and we would actually challenge jurisdiction, and I'm sure you heard about it, right? They walk in the courtroom, oh, you know, you guys have no jurisdiction over me, I'm a Hawaiian, I'm this. Well, the realization of it all is, where is your jurisdiction and where is your venue? Because you cannot remove yourself from a venue or jurisdiction unless you can move to one. Well, This is why
Well-
we spending the time. So when they come up to me, this is what I tell them. Listen, right now our process is maturing to complete permanent recognition nation status. We're looking at 4, 5 more months to complete it. We're looking at on CON so that we can repair our impaired laws, our constitutional laws, repair it so that we can now establish a functional body of laws connected to our nation. Not just any laws. This is what these people got to understand. Where is this lawful right derives from, and how much power will it have? How much authority will it have politically? Well, I'm going to be honest with everybody out there. It's already in that body. It's in the intent, the spirit of law. What it's missing is the bodies. We, the Kanaka people, got to enter that door. And remember I told you just a little while ago, competency is important, okay? You know what the premise? The premise should have been, to me, should have been researched
No,
even
but
more.
I'm saying,
more
isn't
deeply.
that, but isn't that what his premise was?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
You know, remember last time I was here?
yeah,
And I told you a de facto government is a legal government.
yeah.
Now you trying to use the premise, right? That there is an illegal act that took place, an action incomplete. And I'm telling you right now that there is a legal act. And the legal act is this de facto government had established the courtroom, yeah, had established the land court. Now from the land court on, they make this declaration, and from that point on, it is a legal action. Now, what Keanu was standing on was the fact that under the kingdom law, well, where is the kingdom law? It's impaired, it's suspended. You got to bring that out first. But what brings that out? Not an individual trying to bring an impaired law, make it for your, can be applied to your applications, but it has to be brought out from a lawful government.
I know, but
Now the
you know-
laws can be activated,
Yeah.
right? Okay? And we can look at the laws and say, well, right now, let's see if it'll work in our favor in their courtrooms. Well, like I told you, the answer has always been in front of us. We just didn't understand the power of de facto government. It's a powerful tool, and the only way that you can remove that function is only by bringing back the de jure government, the lawful government. And I'm going to keep reiterating that.
No, but,
you wanted the silver bullet. That's what
I
you
wanted
wanted.
somebody to go do
You want
something.
somebody to do something for
Okay.
you. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah,
You got to learn and understand that de facto powers are legal, and in effect, they can make the law to fit themselves. You ever wondered why
Okay.
you went into a courtroom and the decision was based on a judge's discretion? You know what that actually tells you? That today, if that judge woke up feeling rotten, you may not get a good discretion out of the judge. And that's a point of fact, man. I've talked to several judges about this issue. And they literally, some of them, under their breath said, Henry, what can I say? Is that we have this leeway. Hey, man, we got to grow up. We got to educate ourselves. That if you're wondering why you're not getting this relief in the, through their court system from their agencies, let me tell you, you playing on the wrong ball field. The ball field, you might have the same concept that we all have. This is all the Kingdom of Hawaii, the Hawaiian Kingdom, you know? So we in the right place.
Look
The
at
law of
equity.
nations, was
Yeah.
developed by political philosophers,
right.
who realized that there had to be a basic set of laws set up in agreement to common law.
Yeah, but
You know
when
what common law is? Common law is right of property.
yeah,
And property in rem, property in res. Two different types.
yeah,
Okay? They established that. That's what common law is all about. We have law in common.
yeah.
But that only came about, you're talking in the late 1200s. International law dates back 3,000 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Most of everybody's problems all stem off of law.
Okay, but wait a minute.
So, if you're going to now look at how to resolve an issue concerning law that's connected with sovereignty, with political authority, don't expect the existing political authority, which is de facto, to provide that remedy.
Okay.
Some people.
wait a minute, you're
have
making a
ignored-
blanket statement,
That's
that's what I'm
not a
saying.
blanket statement. I can be point blank that some people have experienced some success
Right.
in their courtrooms, as I'm hearing you make a statement
Yeah.
to me today.
Yeah.
You know that song? What we're talking about? 0.1 maybe? Huh? You know what I mean? The rest of the story is the same. That the laws and that effect that is being carried out is defeating all good intentions, all
wait.
right cases.
Okay,
So,
no, but what
I'm telling you
this
guys
is
from
too
this
broad.
perspective.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's what I'm trying to say. The perspective is simple. The political authority that is not upholding the law will never change. The political authority is not upholding the law now. You want the law to come into effect because when you look at the majority of the problems occurring in Hawaii, it is because there is something to do with the law being abridged or abrogated, such as the rights of these people. Hey, you're not going to remove the culprit that's keeping that from occurring.
Yeah.
Then you're not going to get the
Okay, but
successes.
no.
You're going to get 1, 2 people might succeed. The rest of us will suffer. We're looking at it and we're telling you the reason why this law is not being upheld. Because this government doesn't have to uphold the law. It's a de facto government. It can make a decision today contrary to the legislative laws that was passed by the lawmakers. It is amazing what they can do. Now, we're going to resolve issues in Hawaii. We're in a country controlled by a foreign sovereignty, a foreign government. We, the Aboriginal people, or even indigenous peoples in Hawaii, trying to discuss inherent sovereignty rights, or even just native Hawaiian rights, we're finding out all about the powers of de facto. We're finding that out. But I won't deny, as a blanket statement, as you say, that some people have not experienced success. But I tell you right now, it's an iota.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of them got your kind of experience, got your knowledge in how to attack a problem, And I realized that myself when I was involved in another group trying to assist people in their existing problems. You know what ended up happening? Yeah? We just couldn't believe that they would just totally ignore the law. Exactly what you shared earlier about the Attorney General, abridging the law. I mean, literally, wow. We were astounded. Well, again, to walk away from the structure of law would walk away from civil society. You gotta have law there, okay? My approach is that knowing that exists among our people, right? Is there another way that can resolve the issue collectively?
There you go.
Okay? How
There
can
you
we
go.
collectively resolve this
Okay,
issue?
all right. There you
That's
go.
why I keep referring back to, as long as this body is here, these individuals will not have their remedy as individuals. You remove the body. What you've done is you've restored the lawful government. Collectively, these people now have that opportunity. Because these laws are going to be withheld. Because the body got to be held to the laws. And right now, with this existing political authority, the de facto government, I'm going to explain it to you again. Why they do what they do, they can justify it because of de facto status. They can justify it. And remember what you say, right? You got to have an ownership or be owed. Same thing with us, right, in Hawaii. These people have ownership. They have ownership in their rights, their native Hawaiian rights, right? And they should be owed justice in these courtrooms. And that is what is not happening. Okay? We got to look at this thing and we got to look at it collectively and say, okay, listen, let us look at it and say, all of us all got the same problem. What is the answer? I mean, what is the answer then? The answer will be, hey, listen, we've identified the real source behind their suffrage, what they're going through and their failures. They didn't fail yet. That's the beauty about what we're talking about. Desiree courts can come back and overturn the decisions of a de facto court.
Okay.
That is in the law book.
All right, let me throw
Quote, quoted
Yeah.
in the law book. So, you know what has happened throughout the entire state? Remember I was telling you about the Kikuyu syndrome? I've been able to get them to understand. You know, like I say, you got to get the Hawaiian understanding. You got to relate to them. So I'm telling them, listen, you're going in there, and pretty much, unless you have this higher education and knowledge of applying these laws over here, you're going to go in there and you're facing one wall. You know, and the wall ain't too good of a nice thing to be hitting. What we're saying to everybody is, listen, we all have the same problems, and we collectively can understand our problems now. Why and where is our remedy being refused? We have to accept that as individuals. And in our pursuit, we have guys in our group, they got their individual problems too. But we're telling them, listen, you're not getting your remedy because of this de facto government. Let us put back our lawful government, because the laws will now apply for us collectively. We can bring each case back in, you know, but we cannot bring it in until we put our body up. See what's going to happen? This body will still be here. We got to put our body up. Remember what you said, we got to hold a sign? We got to hold the sign. We got to hold a sign of being a lawful nation. We got to stand behind our sign, and we got to conduct affairs of a nation. This nation now is, to me, they have a lesser status. I don't care how many guns they got. They got to be confronted with the truth and the justice. You know what you was talking about after that? You're going to get justice, right? Fair and open. The only individuals or the only government can bring this fair disclosure fully open, gotta be the lawful government. Yeah, what happens is, you know, we've been out there, right? And we've been telling everybody, hey, the lawful government has been reinstated, the lawful Hawaiian government. And the question has been presented to us is, why are you guys calling yourselves the lawful Hawaiian government? Okay, well, first of all, the Hawaiian government was the proper and lawful government that was criminally victimized when it was illegally overthrown on January 17, 1999, by the conspirators with the aid of a diplomatic agent and military of the United States government. That's the lawful Hawaiian government.
See the date again.
Okay? Oh, January 17, 1999. That's your lawful Hawaiian government. Then the lawful Hawaiian government is the inherent sovereignty of Hawaii. Okay? It is no other government. Only the lawful Hawaiian government can make that claim as being the inherent sovereignty. The lawful Hawaiian government is the recognized lawful government of Hawaii, vested with the authority to exercise the powers established in the treaties between other nations of the world. Only that lawful Hawaiian government can now re-establish those treaties and open up that diplomatic relationship. No other government can do that. Not Kalahui, not nation state, not Pakakau. That wasn't the government overthrown. The lawful government reserves the right to exercise law principles within the law of nations. The lawful government. Because it was identified already. The lawful government was preserved forever in the principles of international law because of the action completed by our sovereign queen, Liliuokalani, after protesting, objecting, and refusing to voluntarily submit to the illegal act of overthrow of Hawaiian sovereignty. That action alone is what validates law of nations. This is how we derive the authority from law of nations, because our queen did not voluntarily submit to that overthrow, preserving the Hawaiian lawful government in perpetuity. The lawful Hawaiian government can never be removed or replaced by any de facto government, agency of any de facto government, or sovereign process established in Hawaii by Kanaka Maoli or non-Kanaka Maoli. You cannot replace this. You can only fulfill the obligation reserved to this power. The lawful Hawaiian government can only fulfill the aforementioned perfect obligations and exercise the perfect right to reinstate and manifest its political authority to reclaim its national recognition and de jure nation status. See, the nation is here, great. We all know that. We all talk about it. Guess what? Only the lawful sovereignty can connect itself to be the land, the owner, and to make the claim for justification. That's equity. That's equity law in its purest sense. Now, number 10. This is the kicker. The lawful Hawaiian government is acknowledged, recognized by the United States in the 1993 Joint Resolution, Public Law 103, 150, 107, Stat 1510, as the inherent sovereignty that was never relinquished by the people or monarch, paragraph 29, in that law document. Number 2, the lawful government of Hawaii, paragraph 8. I mean, they're talking about this existence here that we're trying to tell you who we are. And number 3, the Hawaiian government, paragraph 3. I mean, we are telling you, listen, all these authorities is what we're talking about. The lawful Hawaiian government was reinstated on March 13, 1999, through natural right, inherent right, natural law, law of nations, public international law, and the domestic laws of the Hawaiian Kingdom. Now, I gave you one whole list of protocols of laws. This is how we reinstated that of Hawaiian government. We just didn't say, well, let's go make one Hawaiian Kingdom. I go appoint you this, you go appoint me that. The beauty in what we've achieved is that international law tells you that if your country was conquered, your sovereign preserved it, it'll be free and independent forever. Now, what has the right to bring it back? Those with the inherent natural right. You know, and I have a document here, how Israel, used the same law, and I can read to you the statement directly out of their declaration. This was the declaration that they made in 1948 after 1,800 years of exile. We're still a baby with 106. We're nothing. But our queen preserved our right as the Hawaiian government, the lawful government of Hawaii, the inherent sovereignty. That's why they talk about it, the United States. Because we, like Israel, can use the same laws to reinstate their state and their country. This is their statement. This right is the natural right of the Jewish people to be masters of their own fate, like all other nations, in their own sovereign state. Hey, this is international law at its highest standards. We, our Kanaka people, have been in exile with our sovereignty for 106 years. We are no longer in exile. We have reinstated the lawful government. You guys out there got to realize that when you look at this process that we have completed, we're not guessing on each step of the way. We have to validate our position. And when I try to show you why it is called the lawful Hawaiian government, that's the purpose of me sharing each point of the way. We are the lawful Hawaiian government. We are the ones that they talk about in their laws. We are the ones who now possess the right to complete our fate and now take possession by right, with the support of international law, of political authority in Hawaii and control of our national lands. So I understand the struggles. We all know it. And we know, for us to have this kind of understanding, we got to be in it for a very long time, right? The beauty of it, and I said it the last time I was here, is that we didn't make the process. We've only gone in and did the research and the study and put the pieces to the puzzle, connect all the pieces to this process, because they're talking about it, your de facto governments. We connected the pieces and we said, wow, our ancestors had done something so remarkable and unique that we, the Kanaka people, just have to humble ourselves, yeah, sit down and say, hey, it's time for us to unite to their process now. Because everybody that has accepted the responsibility in the reinstatement will tell you one statement, that it was an honor to be in the offices of this government, but our only duty is to help educate our people to move forward in a free and open elections. That's what we all going to tell you. And we're going to be there to help you understand. That's what we're about, Greg.